No, that's wrong. Dixie Diamonds, 304. Metz, 10:44 a.m. Dixie, 7:44 p.m. Having hiked to Lake Harion in the seclusion and grandeur of forest hiking paths and then around the lake on paved pedestrian trails, Pilotre and Joey headed back to Metz along Routes de la Nexe, otherwise known as M999, a decidedly uninviting road for hikers with its lack of sidewalks until they nearly reached N431, where pedestrian traffic was likewise pleasantly accommodated. Crossing under the highway, Pilotre was about to ask Joey if she preferred to return to his home or to her rented room when his phone rang. "Surely this cannot be Monsieur Hallet," he said aloud as he fished his phone from his pocket. Glancing at the screen, Pilotre said, "It certainly is," in French, before answering, "Agent Hallet, I'm surprised to hear from you so soon," in English. "What news have you to share with us?" "Professor," Willie Alley said, "very little, I'm afraid, but I did learn confirms what you told me earlier. The Dorothy set sail southward from Edgewater, New Jersey on Wednesday the 5th, soon after their jet, the Moxie, took off from New York. Unlike airplanes, boats aren't required to leave flight plans, so to speak, but we did learn that the ship took on provisions for a very long voyage, as well as filling her tanks. The Dorothy is quite seaworthy. She can cruise at 12 knots for 1,800 nautical miles, which means that if she makes a beeline for Brisbane and doesn't encounter any major storms, she should arrive here mid-February. Now that we know what to look for, we'll keep an eye on her. I've already spoken to David Seymour, Brisbane's police chief, so thanks to you, we'll both be keeping our eyes on the yacht, on the jet, and on all three Brentseys. Has anyone from Edmund Barton's office been in contact with you?" Ali asked. "Barton is our chief prosecutor." "Yes, I know who Edmund Barton is," Pilotre said. "And no one has reached out to me other than confirming that Brentsey tried to murder me and that I am willing to testify in his prosecution. Speaking of, I have been wondering about when my physical presence will be needed in Brisbane." "Well, speaking out of turn," Ali said, "if the trial date remains August 4th and you're able to provide the necessary case details to Volpe electronically, my guess is no later than a week before the trial date, so the 28th of July if things are going well. Mind you, that's based on cases with similar circumstances in which I've been involved. Similar as in multiple countries, not the specific circumstances or scope of Brentsey's attempt to murder you, as well as other related or tangential crimes. I'll touch base with Barton and ask that either he or the prosecutor, Patsy Volpe, gets in touch with you tomorrow just to introduce herself. Is that a sufficient next step?" "That would be reassuring," Pilotre said. "Yes, if we can start there, then I will have a much clearer idea of what I will need to do and can make plans around this. I have an additional circumstance that may be an issue. Both my assistant, Joey Havanair, and I are under travel injunctions from the DGSE. In fact, we have monitoring devices around our ankles. Would it be possible for you to intervene on our behalf concerning the removal of these devices?" "I'm sorry," Ali said. I didn't realize. Yes, I certainly will speak to the DGSE. I'll start with Jean de Saint-Remy and explain how cooperative the two of you have been and that you'll be needed here in the trial against Brentsey in your attempted murder case. That's likely to get the ball rolling so the monitors can be removed." "Thank you so much, Mr. Ali. That would be greatly appreciated," Pilotre said. "You're very welcome, and I thank you, Professor. Don't hesitate to reach out with questions or concerns. Clear?" "Yes, Director. I look forward to hearing from Ms. Volpe. Adieu."